Hey, my name's Dimitri. I play in a band called Off with my buddy over here. We just played a fantastic in-store. As you can see, I don't have a bag, but I have a lot of stuff.
Is great, red and the blue. Mama, your fence gets pointed at you. Parasite killers take over the host. Living fringe will be a ghost. Brave!
I'll start with this guy then. The Iron Claw. Scottish band, probably the first Black Sabbath tribute band from back then. Apparently they would cover the first Black Sabbath record in its entirety.
It really matches what you're wearing right now, too. Looks excellent.
It should be a t-shirt for it. Yeah. But
It looks doomy.
It's really heavy. It's really crappy sounding fidelity, but you know, they probably recorded it on like a Wallensack like tape recorder or whatever.
I was just walking along and I saw this. This guy right here went on to be in Chavez, and this guy his name's Matt Quigley, and he's like a big reason I'm even doing this. He just gave me an education when I was like 19 years old and sat me down and said, you need to listen to these two Velvet Underground records, you know.
He was that guy.
Yeah, he was that guy. He was like, check out the Stooges. I'm like, what, the Three Stooges? Like, why? He's like, no, dude, like Iggy Pop, you know. I was kind of like a late bloomer with all this, like, you know, the idea of playing in a band and all that. So Matt Quigley from Skunk, thanks, brother.
Just a random pick. Killed by Deathrock, Volume 1. I like this label, Sacred Bones. They put out some cool stuff, but this is kind of an interesting take on the Killed by Death, kind of 70s punk, rare compilation thing, but this is focusing on dark punk and death rock. I don't know one single band on this LP, but I like the art. And
Taking a chance.
I'm trusting in Sacred Bones to give me something very dark and deathy and rocky at the same time. So
It looks right up your alley.
yeah.
Again, hold it up for a second. Looks great with what you're wearing.
When I woke from my dreaming, my idols were clay. All portion of love had all flown away.
We were recently at South by Southwest, and Keith's girlfriend is one of the Hayden triplets. And we saw them perform in like this beautiful sounding church, 3-part harmonies. They had a band, and Petra was playing violin. And I was just flipping through and I saw this, and I think they even did a Carter Family cover. So after a day of chasing around my kids and, you know, rocking out, I'm gonna settle down with the mellow sounds of the Carter Family.
I think I'm on my last record. A man just known as Damon.
Today I feel like crying.
Apparently the legend of this record is that, you know, the story always goes, someone just finds it for $1 or $2 at some swap meet, and it starts trading from collector to collector. Before you know it, people are paying like $1,000 for any original copy known to exist or something weird like that. And this guy, apparently he got tracked down, and he had no idea that his record was exchanging hands for anywhere up to $1,000 to $2,000. And he's been living in California this whole time, working, you know, some average job or something maybe. And
You know, it's funny that cover, I wouldn't think that that's a psychedelic record based on the cover. I would think it was maybe like some kind of a soul
very
record.
mystical. Song of a Gypsy.
Song of a Gypsy.
Yeah. The music fits the title very much.
Well, since you're out of picks, I'm gonna pull out something that you'll certainly have a lot to say about.
Okay.
Glen E. Friedman.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you too.
I was being inspired by the people around me, inspired by, the things that I was hearing. I was a skateboarder. That's why I started taking skateboard pictures. And these guys were so incredible. I just thought, it needed to be portrayed in a way that I was seeing with my own two eyes that I wasn't seeing necessarily in the magazines.
Those of you that don't know about his background, he was a pro skateboarder, skated for Alva back in the day in the 90s, and probably skated with a lot of these dudes. And Glen also took a lot of photos of rock bands from back in the day, punk bands, hip hop bands. And he's into off, so like when we go to New York, he takes our photos, and yeah, I bet you. Watch this. Boom. Do you know this guy?
Shogo Kubo. I don't personally know him, but as a kid, I had a lot of respect for this guy. Definitely. He was one of the initial Z-Boys, Dogtown. No, I had pictures of this guy on my wall as a kid. Yeah, for sure.
So I randomly just picked the right dude.
Yeah.
Okay. I have 2 kids that are obsessed with Yellow Submarine.
Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Lucy in the sky with diamonds.
And I just saw this kind of laying down in the memorabilia section, and I was hoping it's John Lennon because I'm a John Lennon fan, and so there it is. They're gonna be really excited. They'll obsess about this toy for months and fight over it. Wolf of Wall Street.
Fucking daughter's in the house. Get real fucking funny stuff. Jesus Christ, Jordan.
I went to go see it, and I had kind of like, speaking of kids, my wife was hitting me up, and she's like, "You've got to come home now." And I didn't get to, I got like 3/4 of the way through it and didn't finish it, so now's my chance.
Thank you so much for talking with us today. Really
All right.
appreciate it.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for the records.